And we're back.
Welcome back to Radical Bromance, even though technically it's still been running for a while.
So, Sonic 4 Episode 2.
A thing that is happening.
Points in its favor. It's better than Sonic 4 Episode 1.
Presumably it has inertia.
It has inertia. The physics are closer to the classic Sonic games. It also has some kick-ass music.
I disagree.
I like the music in this game.
It sounds MIDI as fuck.
Well, you're not wrong. I think they were trying to go for kind of a retro sound, and I don't know that they did a fantastic job, but I do like the music. It's kind of an amalgamation of Sonic 2 and Sonic 3. There's really a whole lot of Sonic 2 influence. This first stage, for instance, is a lot like Aquatic Ruin Zone, with a little bit of Marble Garden Zone mixed in there.
I don't hear it.
The stage itself, not the music.
Oh. Stage design is fine.
For the most part, the stage design is a lot better than Sonic 4 Episode 1. And hey, you can fly with Tails. So that's nice.
Without
a second player. Or a second controller. You know, I'm not sure what these red rings do. I totally forgot to look it up.
I remember what they do in Sonic Generations.
Yeah, but that's Sonic Generations. What do they do in Sonic Generations? I forget.
For unlocking stuff in concept art gallery or something.
Ah, right.
Basically battles like in Sonic Unleashed, except not mandatory.
Yeah, that was bullshit. I hated that so much. I never actually finished Sonic Unleashed because of that.
I did. But, you know, I've also 100%ed Sonic 2006, so, you know.
You're crazy. I get it. So, I'm only going to show this the one time and the final time, because the special stages are just Sonic 2's special stages again, and we don't need to see all of them.
It's a good trick, but I can only do it once.
But yeah, it works better than it did in Sonic 2, but it's still just Sonic 2's special stages.
Alex, put the Sonic 2 special stage music in here.
Please do. This special stage music makes me want to kill myself. But that's probably because I had to listen to it for an hour straight to get the last Chaos Emerald. Spoilers.
All I can think of when I hear Chaos Emeralds is that dude impersonating Obama. Mr. President, put the ancient relics down.
But yeah, the first, 4 or 5 of these are really easy. I mean, I did almost all of them on my first try.
It's not even a real half pipe.
No, it's not. But that helps with, seeing around the corners.
It's like 1/3 pipe.
Yeah. I want to apologize for the video quality here. I did not have my recording settings up high enough, so it's kind of a blurry mess.
When there's colors and movement.
Yeah, it's fixed for the next... Well, it's sort of fixed in the next episode, and then the episode after that, it will be fixed for real. But this one is kind of bad, so I'm sorry. Oh yeah, this is one thing they did add. There are other obstacles aside from just the mines. The little electric diamonds, they just stop you. They don't take away your rings.
Is there really a point to that last collect 15 rings thing, or is that just a continued extra life?
There is a point to it. If you collect all of the rings, it pops up on the screen. It will actually give you another arbitrary amount, like 20 or 50 or something. So, on the later special stages, it's actually a pretty good way to boost your score.
Oh. Well, I guess that's helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, it pops this up at the end of every act, at the end of the first 3 acts, I should say, where it tells you how to do the character action combo tag team thing. Like, it's really that hard to figure out.
They gave you a sign and everything at the beginning of the stage.
Yeah. So, more aquatic ruin zone, basically. And using tails to bypass the lower sections of the stage. To an extent. Now, this is neat. Tails can swim underwater like he could in Sonic 3, but he can also drag Sonic around now. And underwater, he can drag Sonic forever. You can just do it through the entire goddamn stage if you want to. In the air, though, you can only boost him higher 5 times and then you start to fall. So you kind of have to time it real well.
You still have to land?
You still have to land. It sucks about that. Let me rephrase that. What sucks about that is that they make it mandatory for one of the later stages. Like, it's actually baked into the platforming in that level, using tails and stretching out his flight for as long as you can. But that level is bad, and it should feel bad, and we'll get there when we get there.
I should probably see if there's any new questions.
Good idea. So yeah, the physics in this game, they are a lot closer to the Genesis games. Like, Sonic actually has momentum. You don't lose your momentum in midair if you let off the D-pad, which actually screwed me up a little bit when I started playing this, because I was so used to it from playing Sonic 4 Episode 1.
Such a silly thing to have done to begin with.
True. Now, I kind of beef it a little bit here and have some trouble getting up to the top. Not my best performance, but considering the last time I recorded Sonic, I think I did pretty damn good.
Dear Alex, why do you not like Tracer? Because I fucking hate upbeat and positive characters.
Good answer.
Is RadBros over? Yes.
No. Wait a minute.
This isn't actually happening.
This is a figment of your imagination.
Magical YouTube.
Goodbye, Giant Ring. Magical YouTube. The fever dream is what it is. You should lay off the mushrooms. It's really not good for you.
Relationship statuses? Still single, still enjoying it.
I am engaged and getting married this coming summer. To Usagi Hinore, who you may have seen in the chat a few times in earlier episodes.
Sorry, no more hitbox chat.
Except maybe for the rare occasion, but we'll see.
Too much of a pain in the ass to maintain.
So here's a quick look at the stage select screen in this game. You can select any stage to play that you've already cleared. You cannot select a stage if you haven't cleared it yet. If you don't hit the Y button at the end of an act, it will boot you back to the stage select screen, which I have to do in the next couple of videos, because I played ahead to practice and to get the Chaos Emeralds. But if you hit the button at the end of the act to go to the next one, it will go to the next act that you haven't played. So I can't do them in order that way. I have to go back to the stage select screen after those.
it's kind of a weird method of handling it, but you know.
Yeah.
Sega. Matt, why so mad though?
Because I am an ornery curmudgeon.
Open door or closed door? I'm guessing this means, like, in terms of privacy?
I guess.
I guess I have an open door policy, and for some reason somebody wants to come talk to me, that's fine.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you a story. For, like, age 11 or 12 onwards, I didn't have a bedroom door, so I just got used to not closing my door.
This sounds like an interesting story being hinted at here. Tell me, Alex, why, from the age of 11 or 12 onward, did you not have a bedroom door?
Because I didn't want to get up for school. And my mom, like, literally dragged me out of bed. And instead of getting up, well, I did get up, so I, like, could sit down against the door and go back to sleep. And then woke up to the sound of my door being broken down.
Huh. Your mom does not fuck around, dude.
Yeah, she was pretty big on that going to school thing.
Well, speed shoes return. They're just about as useless in this game as they are in every other one. And I didn't talk about it when it happened, but Tails and Sonic can do a double spin dash that just mows through absolutely everything. I believe they are invincible when they do it. Except for spikes and bottomless pits, which is usually your biggest enemy in these games anyway.
Like I said, I'm used to keeping my door open.
I used to keep my door shut all the time at first. Well, it's a long story. I used to live with people that I did not like, mainly my sister. So I would keep my door shut. And then I would sleep with my door shut out of habit when I eventually lived by myself. Oh, pardon the interruption. See the sign? This indicates a bottomless pit. Yes. Anyway, any place there is a bottomless pit, there will be one of those signs to indicate that you will die if you fall. Which is a nice quality of life change, I think. It takes out a lot of the guesswork.
Like Dogtown Country.
Yes. Spikes, by the way, are same as always.
Anyway, you were saying?
Right. I very nearly beefed that. Thank you, Tails, for saving me, when I could not. Anyway, I slept with my door shut for a very long time because I had a cat who liked to wander around in my bedroom and climb on top of me and lick my hair when I was trying to sleep.
As cats are wont to do when you're trying to sleep.
Yes. So, closed door for a long time. The last 2 or 3 months I've gotten used to keeping my door open again. So, open door.
It's not like Clover or Pudge are going to go down there.
Well, except for Clover, who has constantly been down there whining to get into the storage room. It's bad. Anyway, so, first boss. For whatever reason, the boss intros in this game are very long. But let's see what they have to offer this time.
Alex, replace this music with the Sonic CD boss music.
Or the Sonic 3 boss music. Now, this may look familiar. It is a red herring. Because this happens.
I've seen enough anime to know where this is going.
Oh my. So yeah, not the boss you were probably thinking it was going to be. The bosses are a lot less rehashy in this game than they were in the first episode. This one in particular is pretty tricky. You have to use Tails to get high enough to hit him most of the time, and it can be difficult to get between him and the tentacles as they're waving around without them swatting you out of the air. And then that happens.
Is it still like 3 hits?
It's actually 8 hits. Yeah, back to the classic 8 hits.
I don't even actually remember that it was 8 hits. I just remember it took too many.
Yeah, there are multiple stages to this boss fight, by the way. This is only stage 1.
So instead of like rehashy boss fights, they just kind of drag them out instead.
Yeah. Now we move on to phase 2.
Quadruple penetration.
Oh my!
I don't know, usually when I hear triple or quadruple or whatever, it's usually in context of how many people I've killed at once in Overwatch.
You know, I don't know if that attack actually hurts you if you're standing on the ground when they hit. I mean, obviously they don't damage you if they hit you directly, but I don't know if it's like a shockwave attack or something. I never got hit by it.
Speaking of bosses that take too fucking long, basically every Shantae boss.
Yes, seconding that.
I mean, like...
Ouch.
I enjoy Shantae games. Matt Bozon, your stuff is great, but holy shit.
And we move on to phase 3, where something untoward happens, I think. Anyway, giant laser time. And I beefed it.
Well, you did fly right into a laser.
I don't know what I was thinking there. So, I gotta do it all again. And this plays out again for whatever reason. But yes, having recently finished Half Genie Hero, what is your impression of the game?
I put it on par with Pirate's Curse.
I honestly didn't like it as much as Pirate's Curse. I thought it kind of lost some of the charm. Well, maybe not. Maybe that's not the right way to put it, but I don't know. I just... There is an NPC at the start of the game that jokes about not knowing if a favorite game in her... Or, let me try that again. Not knowing if a game in her favorite series is a cold reboot, sequel, or what have you.
A soft reboot, hard reboot, sequel. I don't remember if there was a fourth one or not.
There was a fourth one, I think, but I don't remember what it is. Anyway, that is obviously a knock at the game itself, which I kind of agree with. It wasn't 100% sure if it was going for sequel or soft reboot or what. Like, the game treats a lot of its dialogue and stuff as if Pirate's Curse didn't really happen.
Well, it had to have happened.
It had to have happened, obviously, but it doesn't acknowledge any of it. It's kind of a first console entry for the series. So a lot of, like, the character development between Shantae and Risky is not there. And they came up with a lot of transformations for the game, but not so many things to actually do with them.
They're just kind of there.
They're just kind of there. So that I didn't like so much. It's not a bad game at all. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It does have some good music as always, but I think if I were to rate the game in the traditional sense,
10 out of 10.
I wouldn't have said 10. I think if Pirate's Curse is an 8 out of 10, I would give Half Genie Hero a 7 out of 10. Good game, I just didn't like it as much as the others.
Overall, kind of like a lateral move.
Yeah, it is. Not bad. Definitely recommend it, but there are a lot of iffy choices, I guess, involved in the design. And finally, we fucking kill Robotic. That took forever.
I actually didn't like the remix of the boss fight music in Half Genie Hero.
Neither did I, actually. A lot of the music I think I liked a lot better in Pirate's Curse.
I think the only songs I liked in Pirate's Curse were the file select music, Burning Town, and the boss fight music.
I liked most of the music quite a bit, but
I mean, I like Jake Kaufman stuff, but yeah.
This Half Genie Hero felt like it was a little too Jake Kaufman, I guess.
I was gonna say it feels like too dancey. Also, next time on Radical Bromance.
Next time, more of this.